So I'm out here testing the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I'm filming on right now, and the DJI Osmo Mobile 7. Now, before you run to the comment section and say that's not a fair comparison, you're right, it's not. But they are both 3-axis gimbals that perform the same functions. They're both lightweight. They both shoot in the normal color profile. On the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, you have the D-Log and HLG, and the same with the phone. You can shoot in Apple ProRes if you're on the new iPhone, HLG, HDR, depending on which apps you're using. What I'm interested in comparing in the normal color profile is how the gimbals perform as far as its stability, its shake, its roll. So let's take a look at the two of these in their normal color profile. Everything's set to auto, so this is basically the plug and play version of that. And I'm just going to walk up the driveway here, try to get closer to the trees here as I'm walking. So it's obviously setting its own shutter speed, and this is in tilt lock. On the Mobile 7, it's called pan follow, same setting. On the Mobile 7, it's automatically set to the 28mm lens. And on the Osmo Pocket 3, it's going to be a 20mm lens. So if I put the iPhone back to 0.5, and I should be getting the same motion on both of these now. Oh, got the thing in the shot there. So this is with 0.5 on the phone. So the focal length is going to be a little bit different depending on which lens you're using on your phone. Yes, I could zoom in on the Pocket 3, but this is what I'm using. I want to test this with the advanced color profile. So on the Osmo Pocket 3, I'm going to be using the D-Log M color profile. And on the Mobile 7, I'm going to be using the Blackmagic app and shooting in Apple ProRes, Apple RAW. Okay, so this is the D-Log M profile on the Osmo Pocket 3, and I'm going to use Apple ProRes. What I did was I went into the Mimo app, put an ND filter on there so that I could shoot at ISO 100, and then just switched over to the camera's native app. Osmo Pocket 3, D-Log M, Apple ProRes, both at ISO 100. Well, I'm sorry, the Pocket 3 is at ISO 100, so that's that. Something interesting happened when I decided to use the Osmo Mobile 7P with the Blackmagic camera app. I figured since this was on a gimbal, I would turn off the stabilization that's built into the camera app. This is the result. Look how shaky that is. This is the same walk and setup that I did with the camera's native app and using the DJI Mimo app set to the Osmo Mobile 7P. Here I am walking without the gimbal, just holding the phone in my hand, trying to walk as steady as I can. I'm not running, but I'm not tiptoeing. And this is set to cinematic stabilization on the Blackmagic camera app. Let's take a look at that same footage in cinematic stabilization mode on the Blackmagic camera app with the phone attached to the Osmo Mobile 7P. So you can see between the two, it definitely is a little smoother on the Osmo Mobile 7P. When it comes to their similarities, they both have the same gimbal modes: tilt lock, pan tilt follow, FPV, and the spin mode. They both will do not only video, but they'll take still photos in RAW, they'll take panoramic shots, and they both have the time-lapse, hyperlapse, motion lapse. Another really cool similarity between these two is how they're very beginner-friendly or for the seasoned professional. If you're new to this and you want to start vlogging or recording, they both have a plug-and-play normal mode setting. If you don't want to be bothered with doing color grading or setting your shutter speed or ISO, they're both ready to go out of the box and for the most part will give you a good image. If you do like to have that control over your image, both of them will do that. So in closing, if you're looking at getting either one of these devices, the first thing to consider is going to be your budget. The Osmo Mobile 7P is going to be considerably less expensive than the Pocket 3. Right now, the Mobile 7 comes in at $80 roughly for the standard 7 unit. The 7P is around $120 or $140. Compared to the Pocket 3, just the unit is going to be around $600, and the Creator Bundle is going to be $800, maybe $900. I favor the Osmo Pocket 3 for a few reasons. I'm mainly shooting on a Blackmagic camera, and this is my run and gun. The Blackmagic camera is not as friendly to go handheld with, and it's just bigger, This is smaller footprint to take into a business or to film somebody with. So is your phone. But I'm using my phone for other things. I just like the convenience of the Pocket 3. Yes, on the phone you can use that Apple log profile to, have more control over your color settings, but I've never really had a problem with the image on the Pocket 3. If you're looking to do a vlog, do a lot of walk and talk videos for your phone, then this device is definitely worth it. The fact that once you Bluetooth into it and you turn it on, you have the record controls. There's a lot that this can do. I have a video breakdown on the device itself, so you can look at some of the features of that. I am looking to do more of a deep dive into the Apple log profile versus the D-Log M and see how we can push those images. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.